سيدنا ومولانا محمد اللهم صل على محمد سيدنا ومولانا محمد. Every path he walked was shining, mercy kept on rising for you and me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are listening to Ramadan Radio live on 87.7 FM, and you're here with me, your host Abdul Sattar Muhammad, for another day of the Star Show. So alhamdulillah, we had our first show yesterday, which was absolutely amazing because we had a few people that called in, and today is the day we're going to expect more callers, more people to call in on the number 0116 4822 Now you all may be thinking, what was that beautiful nasheed that I heard just before my show? And I'm going to tell you a secret. That nasheed was the ultimate amazing nasheed of Ramadan 2026. Salli ala Muhammad, live on Spotify, on YouTube, on all different platforms. And it is available by Abdul Sattar Muhammad, one of the most amazing nasheed artists I've ever listened to myself. So make sure you do listen to that. And most important thing of all, add it onto your Ramadan playlist, inshallah. So guys, this is the day, this is the time, this is the hour where we, as Ramadan FM, take this time out for the talent of Leicester. We're trying to look who is the person who's going to call in, who is the individual, the children's that are out there with amazing talent, who is going to call in on the number 0116 4822 Yesterday, alhamdulillah, we had some amazing individuals who called in. We had Zakaria, 7 years old, Hannah, who was 5 years old, Muhammad, who was 9 years old, and Mustafa, 13 years old. These were our contestants from yesterday, and I did say that inshallah we will be revealing a prize for them, and I will confirm that inshallah very soon when the background team have got everything sorted, inshallah. But in the meantime, this is the other hour that we have for the Nasheed show. This is the hour where we have we have our first caller. Let's take it on, inshallah. It is just getting through two-step verification, making sure the caller is a caller and not a non-caller. So until then, guys, the number to call in 0116 4822 Do we have a caller? Nope, not yet. Okay, inshallah. So guys, welcome to, we have a caller. Go on. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And who am I speaking to?
Muhammad Zayan Qazi.
Muhammad Zayan Qazi. And how old are you, Muhammad?
I'm 9 years old.
9 years old, mashallah. And Muhammad, what will you be reciting for us today?
I'm gonna be reciting a nasheed called Superhero.
A nasheed called Superhero. You can start when you're ready.
My dad once told me that nothing can hold me back. He once said I should follow my heart, lift my head. I reach for the stars, keep on trying, keep your focus. Like the waves, like a ship in the ocean, got it always here with you. Yeah, I'm gonna be a doctor or a scientist or an astronaut. And then journey, I'm in this foot, I have a dream. You're a superhero. Lift your head and fly away. You're a superhero. And you don't even need a kit. As you saw that I can wait. But you make it go away. You're a superhero. Lift your head and fly away.
Wow, Muhammad, that was absolutely amazing. Muhammad, I have a question for you. Who's your favorite superhero?
I don't have a favorite superhero.
You don't have a favorite superhero? No worries, inshallah. Maybe you can tell us on the next show, on the next call when you call in again, inshallah. Muhammad, thank you very much for calling in. Jazakallah for your call. Would you like to give salams to anyone?
Can I give it to my sister now?
You can give it to your sister. Yeah, that's fine. Would you like to give salams to anyone before that?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. And who am I speaking to?
Aliza Qazi.
Aliza Qazi. And Aliza, how old are you?
6.
6 years old, mashallah. And what will you be reciting for us today?
Kalima, third kalima.
The third kalima. You can start when you are ready.
Third kalima tamjid subhanallah. والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي. Glory be to Allah, all praise to Allah. There is no God but Allah. Allah is great, all power might belong to Allah. The Most High, the Great.
MashaAllah, Aliza, that was beautiful, MashaAllah. Jazakallah once again for calling in. Would you like to give salams to anyone?
No.
No, you don't give salams to anyone? That's fine, no worries, inshallah. So, Jazakallah.
Everyone.
Yes, mashallah. Muhammad and Aliza, jazakallah so much for calling in. Salams from me and everyone in the studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalam wa rahmatullah.
MashaAllah, that was Aliza and that was Muhammad who called in. Siblings, MashaAllah, who called in. Jazakallah so much for them, for being our first callers of the Star Show. And guys, remember, you're not just calling for anything. We have prizes that are going to come in very soon as well. And with that said, we have our next caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And who am I speaking to?
Hamza.
Hamza. And how old are you, Hamza?
6.
6 years old. And Hamza, what will you be reciting for us today?
Surah Falaq.
Suratul Falaq. You can start when you're ready.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Sadaqallahu al-Azim. MashaAllah. Hamza, that was beautiful, MashaAllah. Would you like to give salams to anyone?
Yeah. My dad.
You're going to give salams to your dad, MashaAllah. And Hamza, make sure to call in on all the other shows as well. Is that something you're going to do for me?
Yeah.
Brilliant, MashaAllah. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Hamza. Salams from me and everyone in the studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam.
MashaAllah, that was Hamza, 6 years old, Suratul Falaq. Guys, these are the people you need to be inspired of. We had Muhammad, Aliza, and Hamza, all these amazing children who called in, within the first 5-10 minutes of the show. So, MashaAllah, absolutely beautiful recitations and nasheeds from all of them, MashaAllah. We've had 1 nasheed and 2 Quran recitations so far. Let's see who we have on the show next. Remember, guys, call in number 0116 4822 086. You can recite a nasheed, you can recite Quran, you can recite a dua, a kalima. Aliza recited the kalima. You can recite anything you like as long as it's not a haram song, okay? Remember. But anything else, guys, you guys can, sing it and you guys can join in the talent show. We want to find out what's the talent of Leicester. This is the platform that you have as children of Leicester, of children of the Midlands. You can use this platform to your advantage. So make sure you do. Make sure you're always there to basically call in. I used to do the same. When I seen a competition, I said this yesterday, mashallah, that every time there was a competition, every time there was a call-in show, I was the guy who would be like, you know what, let me quickly call in, let me tell everyone that I have a talent to show, and this is where it's led me. This is where I am right now. I have been promoted to the presenter of the show that takes on the calls, mashallah. That is like a big jump in my position, mashallah. And this is something you could do. One of these people who called in today and yesterday, you could one day be running this show, and this would be something that would be like a big thing, because you could be the person that can take on the show. Do we have another call? Let's find out, inshallah, guys. Just before that, call in number 0116 4822 086. You are listening to the Star Show live on 87.7 FM Ramadan Radio. So guys, this is, as I said, this is your platform to sing, to recite, mashallah, and you can also call in, you can also text in on the number 077 488 55055. As I was saying, this I used to do the same thing. I used to join in competitions. I never had the confidence to ever recite in front of people. Literally, right now, if you tell me to perform in front of like thousands of people, I can do it. You know why? Because I joined into these shows. I joined into these shows of Ramadan FM, of radios where they would give a call-in show, where they would do competitions, and it gives you the confidence, it gives you the motivation, it gives you the inspiration to keep on continuing. So that is, one thing that I learned a lot from the radios, and it's helped me to where I am today. And many of you know one of the nasheeds that Muhammad he was reciting about a superhero, how someone wants to be a doctor, doctor, someone wants to be an astronaut, someone wants to be, I don't know, an engineer. So you can do all these things, but how will you get there? You will only get there by developing certain skills, and this is your platform to develop those skills. I developed my skills through these, and right now I am a medical student. I'm becoming a doctor. So this is something you can do as well as children. So make sure you do join in. Make sure you do call in number 0116 4822 086. If you don't call in, I will have to recite a nasheed. I will have to join the competition myself. But if you guys do want that, fair enough, let it be it. So do I recite a nasheed? I probably should do, inshallah. Right, we had Rayhan who's saying Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum to you, Rayhan. Jazakallah for tuning in as well. And let's do a nasheed. Let's see, what nasheed do we have in mind? We did Qamarun yesterday, we did Mawlaya Salli yesterday, we did As-Subhu Bada yesterday, we did Allahumma Salli ala Muhammad, which is my latest nasheed. We also did that yesterday. So if you guys want me to recite a nasheed, text it in what nasheed request you have. In the meantime, I shall recite which nasheed? I'll recite Hasbi Rabbi. Let's recite Hasbi Rabbi, inshallah. Oh Allah the Almighty, Allahu Allah, protect me and guide me, Allahu Allah, through your love and mercy, Allahu Allah. Ya Allah, don't deprive me, Allahu Allah, from beholding your beauty, Allahu Allah. Oh my Lord, accept this plea, Allah. Allahu Allah, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, Allahu Allah, ma fi qalbi ghayrullah, Allahu Allah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Allah. يا رب العالمين الله الله صل على تاها الأمين الله الله واغفر لي والمسلمين الله الله املأ قلبي باليقين الله الله ثبتني على الدين الله الله واغفر لي والمسلمين الله الله حسبي ربي جل الله 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 ما في قلبي غير الله 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 لا إله إلا الله الله الله. So that was Hasbi Rabbi, guys, and you can do the same as well. You can recite a nasheed as well. This is it's literally so easy. All you have to do is pick up the phone, dial the number 0116 4822 086, and you can absolutely recite on the radio. Imagine how many people are listening to you. We have people tuning in on the radio itself. We have people tuning in on YouTube, on Facebook, on different types of platforms. I have people on here on TikTok. I have everywhere that you can. The amount of reach that you can get just by calling in and reciting a nasheed is absolutely immaculate. So this is basically your platform to recite. So this is the kids show. This is the star show of Ramadan Radio, live on 87.7 FM. So if you're not calling in, you're thinking, how else do I participate? You can call in and tell me how Ramadan. Someone messaged on TikTok, how is your Ramadan going? Alhamdulillah, Ramadan has been very well. It's been amazing. We've had, what are we on, day 5 or something so far? So it has been amazing. It's been fast, actually, because, it's a bit of a pun of words, fast. Do you get it? Because you're fasting as well. No? Okay, anyways. So you're always, the Ramadan has gone really, really quickly already. We already, as I said to Abdul Rahman yesterday, that we're like literally nearly 20% of Ramadan done, because 5 days, if you round it up, you're getting up to about 20%, 15-20% of Ramadan. You have to think to yourself, what did you do this Ramadan? All the children out there, you guys are fasting, which is I hope you guys are fasting. In my time, I used to do something called half fasts. Half fast, we used to do it until 12 p.m. After the Dhuhr, I'd be like, half time break, time to break my fast. So we used to call that a half fast. So yeah, is anybody doing a half fast? Let me know, inshallah. Text in on the number 077 488 55055. If an adult is messaging that you're doing a half fast, not good. Only the children are allowed to do half fasts. So make sure that you are tuning in, inshallah. And guys, where are the callers? This is the time for you to call 0116 4822 086. It reminds me of my time in as a child. I always used to tune in the radio like every time. It was so much like the environment was absolutely beautiful because that time I think Ramadan used to finish. The iftar should be about 9 p.m. that time. Late summer, early like the summertime Ramadan used to be doing about 20 hours worth of fasting. It used to be beautiful. It used to be hard, of course. I mean, I was doing my half fast, so I can't really complain. But it used to be amazing. The environment was beautiful. There was a lot more barakah. It just felt so much more beautiful. The sleep deprivation was absolutely beautiful too because you would get no sleep at all. Imagine fasting 20 hours. Right now, I think the fast is, like 12 hours or something. It's like half of what we used to do in summer. So the younger generation that are like tuning in right now, they have it very easy. I can't lie. It's a good balance for them. Guys, we have a new caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
And who am I speaking to?
Muhammad, and I rang yesterday.
Muhammad. So if I'm going to guess, you are 9 years old, Muhammad.
Yes.
MashaAllah, Muhammad. Jazakallah so much for calling in again. What will you be reciting for us today?
Surah Al-Kahf.
Surah Al-Takathur. You can start when you're ready, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم.
Sadaqallahu al-Azim. MashaAllah, Muhammad. That was absolutely beautiful, mashallah. And you know why? I'm really, really impressed that you called in yesterday and you also called in today. So I really, really appreciate that. Jazakallah so much for that, Muhammad. And would you like to give salams to anyone?
My friends and family and my Milana.
Inshallah. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Muhammad. Salams from me and everyone in the studio. Inshallah, we'll see you next week again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah. So that was Muhammad who called in, and he was also a caller yesterday. So you guys should be inspired by him. He not only called in today, he also called in yesterday. He done an absolute double call, MashaAllah. So that's something that you guys all should be inspired by and call in. Also, on the number 0116 4822 086. How do I get in contact with how do I relate to these kids? And I was speaking to some of the children in the background, and they were telling me they were telling me something about some sort of brain rot. Is it called tung suhur? Yeah, is that what the brain rot is right now? The latest brain rot. So guys, what did you have for tung suhur? Tell me what did you have? I'm sure that must have like awoken all the like the little kids right now to be like, oh my days, this is brain rot. This is what we like. But guys, brain rot's not good. You should be unrotting your brain. Tung suhur is not good. You should just be calling it suhur. But anyways, I was saying that yesterday on the iftar in the suhoor table. I kept saying it to my brother. I kept saying tung suhoor, and he got annoyed so much. But guys, I don't know what the new brain. I think we were on yesterday. We were talking about, was it 6, 7, and now we're on tung suhoor. So yeah, brain rot keeps adapting every day. Which is crazy, but mashallah, this is the opportunity for you lot to call in. It's not for me to talk about brain rot. It's about for you lot to call in and talk about your nasheeds. You know what? You don't even have. You can also call in and talk about how your Ramadan is going. Many people last year, I remember, used to call in and just say, they used to give out messages to individuals. You could be saying an inspirational message. You can say a poem. You can say how your Ramadan is going. If anybody is out there who's confident enough to call in and just tell me what is one thing you've learned so far in Ramadan, or what is one thing that you're achieving in Ramadan or you want to achieve in Ramadan. How many juz have you paid? How many Qur'ans have you done? This is all something you can share with the community, and you will maybe inspire other people. And remember, if you inspire the people, you will also be rewarded for the people that you inspire. So that's like, you get double reward for that. Not only are you like inspiring other people, but the people that get inspired and get and also do the same thing, you also get rewarded for them as well, inshallah. I think this calls for another nasheed, inshallah. So maybe, we have another caller, inshallah. So before we do that, we will take this call and see who is on the line, inshallah. But guys, do we have a call? Do we take the call? Background team is just double checking the call, making sure It's not tung 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 suhoor. It's a legit caller, inshallah. So let's see, inshallah, if we have a call. But guys, in the meantime, do call in on the number 0116 This is the Star Show. This is the show for all of you to call in and recite a nasheed. We have prizes to give out. Remember, it's not just for anything. We have another call. Let's go. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
And who am I speaking to?
Aisha.
Aisha. And how old are you, Aisha?
10.
10 years old, mashallah. And what will you be reciting for us today?
Prophet Yusuf.
You're going to be reciting Prophet Yusuf. How does that work? It's a nasheed. Okay, that's fine, inshallah. You can start when you're ready.
I had it in my soul. The sun and moon, Baba, what does this all mean? What do I do, son? Keep it to yourself. Don't tell us so, for jealous of mine. Come back home and home in the world. To an empty world from the seed and the light. To a prison cell when they hide it in the coffin cell. But it is one, I promise it's not a fault. He's dead and gone. And through this is it, summer dreaming. I trust in God, He will come back to me. From a little child, beautiful dreams. To His father's eyes, never lost to leave. A past I will leave, not to exactly where He should be. Oh, even through the pain, through jealousy, walk through the doors where He became king. It's so hard to heart to forgive all for love, 'cause God was a shield. The lessons that we learn, patience and faith, and sometimes lessons hard, and how to make that God gave him the beauty of half the world. But Islam was his duty. He lifted up from a hopeless child to touch his faith to his Father who is light. He was saved from his pain. Came relief, he was happy to see you for me yesterday to Benjamin. And through his tears, the Benjamin, I trusted God and He came back to me. From a little child, beautiful dreams, to his father's eyes, never lost belief. A past I will live, right to exactly where He should be. Oh, even through the pain, through jealousy, walk through the doors that He became king. It still has a heart to forgive all for love, 'cause God was the shield. Done.
Wow, mashallah. Aisha, that was beautiful, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
That was amazing. Jazakallah so much for calling in. And would you like to give salams to anyone?
My family.
Your whole family, mashallah. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Aisha. Salams from me and everyone in the studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, mashallah, that was Aisha, who was 10 years old, and she recited a beautiful nasheed. And you could also do the same, guys. 0116 Should we take the next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
And who am I speaking to?
Iman.
Iman. And how old are you, Iman?
I'm 7 years old.
7 years old, mashallah. And and what will you be reciting for us today?
I will be reciting Surah Humaza.
Suratul Humaza. You can start when you're ready.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويل لكل همزة لمزة الذي جمع مالا وعدده يحسب أن ماله أخلده كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة.
Sadaqallahu al-Azim. MashaAllah. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Iman. That was beautiful, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Would you like to give salams to anyone? Anyone to give salams to? You can give it. You can give. Would you like to give salams to anyone? You can give it to your family, to the whole ummah, to everyone. Yeah?
Salam to the whole ummah.
The whole ummah, mashallah. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Iman. Salams from me and everyone in the studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah, that was Iman, 7 years old. And once again, guys, this is inspiration for you to call in to 0116 4822 Let's have a run up of all our callers who called in today. We had Muhammad, Zayan Qazi, Aliza Qazi, Hamza, Muhammad, Aisha, and we had Iman so far. So we've had a good bunch of people who called in and recited and have been an inspiration to Ramadan FM today on 87.7 FM. And guys, you can do the same. You can call in. We have some amazing prizes that are yet to be released onto the studio, and we will be letting you know of them prizes, inshallah. So let's take the call. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
And who am I speaking to?
Hannah,
Hannah.
I've been on the radio last week.
You called into the radio yesterday, mashallah. Jazakallah so much for calling in again, Hannah. So are you 5 years old?
Yeah.
Yep, mashallah. And what will you be reciting for us today?
Surah Fatiha.
Surah Al-Fatiha, you can start when you're ready.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Sadaqallahu al-Azim. MashaAllah. Hannah, that was beautiful. MashaAllah. Jazakallah so much for calling in Surah Al-Fatiha. And Hannah, I want to listen to you again next year. Is that not next year? Next week, inshallah. Is that something you're going to do for me? Inshallah. Yep, inshallah. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Hannah. And salams from me and everyone in the studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam.
MashaAllah, that was Hannah, who also was our caller from yesterday. So we are getting people who are recalling in, which I'm really, really appreciate to all of them who are calling in again, MashaAllah. That is something that you are inspiring to the other individuals out there who are maybe a little too scared to call in right now. They might be a little nervous, but you calling in is giving them the opportunity, the confidence to also call in as well on the number 0116 4822 And remember, guys, you can recite anything you like. You can recite nasheeds, Quran, hadith, du'as, everything. Yeah, so this is your opportunity, this is your platform to show Leicester what talent we have. Inshallah, that if you don't call in, then I'll have to play nasheed. You'll have to hear me again, and I don't want to recite nasheed. Oh, there you go. See, I'm blasted again now. This is me again. See, so if you don't want to hear more of me and you want to hear more of the children, call in, guys. Call in on the number 0116 4822 But if you do want to hear more of me, then you can go on YouTube, go on Spotify, Abdul Sattar Muhammad. Make sure you do listen and add it on to your Ramadan playlist. In the meantime, let's recite another nasheed, inshallah. If anybody does have any recommendations, do drop them in, do text them in on the number 077 488 55055. We shall recite. You know what? This is a nasheed that reminds me of my childhood, and it's called Subhanallah by Kamaluddin. Because this nasheed, I always used to recite it as a child because it was just one of the most amazing nasheeds at that time. So this is Kamaluddin's Subhanallah, which I'll be reciting. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله. Every time when I'm awake, all things that I see, I know know it's hard to believe, but it's from the Almighty. When the leaves fall from the trees, every plant that grows on land, when the waves flow in the sea, it's by His command. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. To Allah do I return, paradise is what I'll earn if I work hard and pray to my Lord every day. Ya Allah, hear my dua, please help your ummah so that we can all unite and praise you day and night. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. That was Subhanallah by Kamaluddin.
MashaAllah.
Jazakallah so much for everyone who's still tuning in, mashallah. But guys, this radio show is not for me. It's for you guys. It's for the children of Leicester. It's for the people out there who have a talent to show. So guys, you know what? You might not even think of yourself as someone who's talented. But when you go on the radio, you give yourself that confidence. You give yourself that shot to say, you know what? I want to recite on the radio. You will actually realize that you have a lot more potential than you think. So guys, this is basically the opportunity that you have on the radio. On the number, call in 0116 4822 086, inshallah, and you can recite anything. And guys, we're here every week. We're here every week, Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. I specifically chose this time. I thought to myself, you know what? People, all these children out there, you know, surely they'll be awake by 2 to 3 p.m. Surely they'll be like, you know what, we're awake by this time, and they'll be ready to call in onto the show to join the Nasheed competition. So this is the time I thought, you know what, would be perfect. It would be absolutely amazing for the children. You know, nowadays, what was the brain rot again? Was it tung 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 suhoor? Yeah, so once you're done with your tung 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 suhoor, then you will go to sleep, and by that time you will be awake. You will be awake to join the competition, join the Nasheed competition. So basically this is your time to join in on the Nasheed show. Do we have a little bit of a message to give? Are we expecting something from the background team?
Chimpanzee Nirvana Nini.
What? Chimpanzee Nirvana Nini.
Chimpanzee Nirvana Nini.
Is that the addition to the brain rot? See, I'm just getting educated with brain rot today. I was supposed to get callers to call in on the Nasheed show, but instead I'm getting brain rot being like flooded to me. I'm going to become one of these brain rot children. But that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to, listen to brain rot. I want to listen to you guys as Nasheeds. I want you to call in on the number 0116 4822 086. This is the Star Show. This is the show for you all to join in and recite and pray and, listen to your amazing Nasheeds being recited by your fellow colleagues. Do we have a caller? I think we do. So keep those calls coming in. 0116 4822 086. The Star Show on Ramadan FM. Do we have a caller? Are we going to get it two-step verified? Is the caller coming through? Let's go. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
And who am I speaking to?
Mustafa.
Mustafa. And Mustafa, did you call in yesterday?
Yeah.
MashaAllah. So Mustafa, you must be 13 years old unless it's your birthday today.
Yeah, you're correct.
13 years old, mashallah. And Mustafa, what will you be reciting for us today?
Surah, Ayatul Kursi.
Ayatul Kursi, inshallah. You can start when you're ready.
Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Ma dhal ladhi yashfa'u 'indahu illa bi'idhnihi. يعلم ما بين يديه وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون. Sorry.
You can start again, that's fine, inshallah. Go for it.
Can I play something else?
That's fine, anything you like, mashallah.
I'll just play Surah now.
That's fine, go for it.
إذا جاء نصر الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Sadaqallahu al-Azim. MashaAllah, Mustafa, that was beautiful from you. Jazakallah so much for calling in, MashaAllah. And also for calling in yesterday. So I'm really, really impressed that you called in on both days, MashaAllah. And Mustafa, would you like to give salams to anyone? The whole ummah. Salams from me and everyone in the studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, that was Mustafa. He called in yesterday and he called in today. So, that's something that's really amazing from him. But so far we've had Muhammad Zayan Qazi, Aliza Qazi, Hamza, Muhammad, Aisha, Iman, Hana? Yeah, Hamza again. Oh, am I reading something else? Hannah and Mustafa. I couldn't read my own writing there. But mashallah, these were all our callers for today. We still have another 8 minutes or so till we're on the studio line. So the lines are open for another 8 minutes. So do call in on the number 0116 4822 So yes, guys, this is the show for you to call in. And this... Maybe I could give a reminder of Ramadan instead whilst we're waiting for some calls. Ramadan is a month where a lot of us, we're giving up a lot of the things, the bad things that we're doing, the sins that we're doing throughout the year. So this was our time to say, you know what, there's a break from these sins. We need to stop doing these sins. And a lot of us have stopped, a lot of us have stopped doing many of these sins. Now that is proof. That is actually proof that you can do it. And it's only you that is holding yourself back. When you wake up for suhoor, that is basically your body and yourself showing to yourself, I can wake up for fajr. When you can fast, that shows to your body, that shows to yourself that I can have patience. When you wake up, when you do Taraweeh Salah in the evening, that is a message to your own self saying, you know what, I can do optional prayers. So Islam is not hard. You're just making it hard by restricting yourself. You have the potential to do everything. You're doing suhoor, you're doing iftar, you're doing fasting, you're doing so many different things, and you're able to do it, and it's easy for you. Everybody that I've talked to this Ramadan has said, this Ramadan has been so easy. It's been absolutely beautiful. So this is your sign, and this is the message that you should give to yourself, that Ramadan is basically a message to your own self to say, I can do it. It's only myself that I'm restricting it. So make sure that post Ramadan, you don't fall back into all the bad things that you're doing. You continue how you were in Ramadan. In my Nasheed Marhaban Ya Ramadan, I remember there was a verse that said that, we should worship and engage and always act regardless of being Ramadan, regardless of the fact that it's Ramadan or not. We should always have the ability to strive to be the best that we can in our religion. So, that is proof to you, proof to, yourself and everybody around you that you can become a good Muslim. You can be a better human being if you try it, yeah? If you unleash your potential. If you don't unleash your potential, then no, you will not become it. If you're restricting yourself, then that's just harm on yourself instead. But guys, the most important things as children that I should give you a message. All these kids are, maybe not calling in, but, they're just listening into just tuning into the show. I have a message for all of you, inshallah. If you do a couple of things, then, you will be very successful in life. And this is something that I've also learned. But before that, I think we'll take a call. But yeah, this is the number to call once again, 0116 4822 We have a call. Let's take it through on Ramadan Radio. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, I don't know who we have on the radio. Suspicious. Assalamu alaikum. Are they there? Wa alaikum salam. And who am I speaking to?
Hassan.
Say that again, sorry.
Hassan.
Afshan.
Hassan.
Hassan.
Yeah.
MashaAllah, Hassan. And how old are you, Hassan?
4.
4 years old?
Yeah.
MashaAllah, Hassan. And what will you be reciting for us?
Surah Fatiha.
Surah Al-Fatiha. MashaAllah. You can start when you're ready.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين نعبد ونستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Sadaqallahul Azim. MashaAllah, Hassan. That was
MashaAllah.
beautiful. You know, Hassan, you are our youngest caller. That's absolutely amazing. Only 4 years old. Would you like to give salams to anyone? The whole ummah? Everyone? Yeah? Inshallah. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Hassan. Salams from me and everyone in the studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, that was Hassan, 4 years old, our youngest caller yet to be on radio for 2026, MashaAllah. So you can also do it. If a 4-year-old individual can do it, you can do it too. You know, if you're older than that, or even if you're younger than that, I don't know if you younger than that, can 3 years old call in? I think we had a 3-year-old that called in last time. We actually did. We actually did have a 3-year-old that did call in. So you can still do it. If you're 3, if you're 4, if you're 5, and if you're all the way up to so many different ages, you can still call in. But in the meantime, we do have another caller, mashallah. Let's take this call. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
And who am I speaking to?
Yeah,
You're speaking to Yep. I'm sure you have a name.
Medina.
Medina. And how old are you, Medina?
4.
4 years old. Mashallah. You're also a very young caller. And what will you be reciting for us today?
I am going to sing another.
You're going to sing a nazam? You can start when you're ready.
A superhero.
Go for it, mashallah.
You a superhero. Underneath, it's like a snowflake. You're in me. It's like a raisin around the green. Let it pass it I'm meant to be. I'm gonna be a doctor or a scientist or an astronaut. A gym and gym, I'm in the store. I have a dream. You're a superhero. Live your hand and fly away. You're a superhero. And you don't need a K. I've seen stores and I've seen red. A dreams that can go away. You're a superhero. And you don't need K. One is only be strong. Nothing can hold me then. But I can make mistakes. Is that how we get better mistakes? You are a superhero underneath. It's like a snowflake, you're in me. It's like a raisin on the green. So I'm the person I'm meant to be. I'm gonna be a doctor, a scientist, or an astronaut. A gym in gym, I'm in the store. I have a dream. You're a superhero. Raise your hand and fly away. You're a superhero. And you don't.
Medina, I'm just going to have to stop you there because we're short on time. But mashallah,
MashaAllah.
that was so beautiful. Jazakallah so much for calling in.
My brother's going to sing a song now.
Oh, we're about 20 seconds away from like closing this show. Is it fine if he calls in next week Saturday?
Yeah, my brother's going to sing.
Oh, programming team, do we have time for another? Do we have another minute we could add on? Yes? No? No, I'm really sorry, Medina's brother. Inshallah, I'm gonna take your call next week. Okay, make sure you be the first caller. Then you can like. Jazakallah so much for calling in, Medina.
So said salama.